Hi guys, it's me again, Rich from TrackSpark, with another quick sort of tutorial slash tip. Um, and this one again today is on composition technique, and we're going to learn a good way to do a house piano riff, along with maybe a tiny bit of music theory, just so I can explain myself as I go along. Um, so. So yeah, let's have a quick listen to my piano riff, and then we'll get into it. Let's listen to the piano riff quickly. Sorry. We'll play it in the tune. We'll play it in sort of the main drop sort of section quickly. Right, there's quite a lot going on there, but you can sort of see that you heard it earlier, and it's the root of the track itself. So what I'm going to do is show you my sort of little process in terms of how I would approach it with a track like this. I wouldn't always do it this way, but what I like to do sometimes start with a bass riff. I know that with a house tune like this, working up from a cool bass riff is a good starting point. So whatever, if you're a guitarist, you can work it out on the guitar and then transfer it into MIDI notes, or do it the best way that you feel most comfortable. Just play it in with your MIDI keyboard, or even draw it into a synth. So we'll go into mine here, and like I said, all I've got here is the bass riff. I've doubled it up in octaves. So let's have a quick listen. Solo it. So there we go, right? This track is in B minor. So just for the sake of keeping things simple, I'm going to drag these notes down to 2 notes so that we're in A minor, because A minor doesn't have any sharps or flats in it. It's literally just all the white notes on the keyboard there. So harmony wise, it won't make any difference whatsoever. It's literally just two notes down on the keyboard, 2 steps down. So what I'm going to do first to create the harmony is put a chord triad on top of this bass line. So a root, third and a fifth is a basic chord triad. Now if I take this and just take it up an octave to create the first note of my triad, so that is an F. So I've got 3 notes now, which isn't that necessary, but for the purpose of this it is. So we're going to go, there's the root note. Now we need the 3rd note, so we've got root, so that's 1, 2, 3, so we're going up, creating another note 3 above, and then the 5th note as well. So we've got root, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got a basic chord triad. Sounds like a Prodigy tune, doesn't it? If you like that, then that's great. But like I said, I'm going to keep it in the key of A minor, which means no sharps, no flats. So I'm going to quickly pull down these notes that were on the sharp notes. There's one. There's one. There's one. Right. I'm just going to delete, because it repeats itself twice. It's a 4-bar loop I've got that just repeats. I'm just going to delete that second half quickly, and then let's have a quick listen, make sure. There we go. So we've got the right chords in the right places, no sharps or flats. Now, because of the style of the track, house piano riffs are usually quite soulful, so which means you know, chord extensions and things like that. So sevenths and ninths and added ninths, things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this top line quick and add another note on top. So the seventh note. So I'm creating the first chord extension. So sevenths. But again, quickly look. This note is on that's on a sharp or a flat. I'm just going to make sure I've got nothing that's not in the right key. So all the white notes. There we go. Right, starting to sound a little cooler and a little more housey. There's a couple of notes I don't like. So I don't like the seventh on top of this first chord, and also on top of this chord here. So I'm just going to remove those. Starting to sound a bit better. Now, next thing I'm going to do quickly is I'm just going to even out the inversions of these chords. So if we look here, these three are much lower than this. So I'm just going to smooth it out a little bit. But I'm not going to like directly take this up. I'm just going to take the bottom two and take them up an octave. So it's exactly the same notes, but we're just smoothing out the transition between notes a touch. I'm going to take this one here, which is an F, and take it up to this F. So again, the same notes, just changing the inversion of the chord. And then I'm just going to change the rhythm on this last one here. Right, so now just quickly, I'm going to maybe play around with the top note, add an extra note or melody or harmony note, just to create a little more interest, and when I copy it over, a bit of variety. That's what I can hear. Go, right, and then quickly copy this over and maybe the second time through create a slightly different variation on the second time through, somewhere in the top. Go. So, got a slight variation. This is, again, you can play around with this as much as you like, and add extra notes in, take them out, smooth it out even more, but this is just a quick way of doing it. I mean, to be honest, it sounds quite good as it is. Like I said before, you can move these anywhere you want now. The harmony will still work. You're just shifting it. And like I said before, again, we were in B minor. So I'm just going to move it back up 2 steps so that we're in the key of B minor. Was fairly useful. It's a technique that I use quite a bit, so yeah, work on your bass riffs and then go from there. Any questions, then just email us. Cheers, guys.